Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we have some pretty big news about Ranked adding a whole brand new tier, along with some new information about the Nemesis AR and its place in Season 13. Along with that, we're going to give out 45 bucks. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe, but now let's talk about Apex. So as most people know, we are getting a new version of Ranked going into Season 13, which by the way, the first split is going to be played on Storm Point, just in case you weren't aware. But we also know from the wording that it's called Rise and Fall, which means that there is a very high chance that we will have Ranked demotion. However, from what I've heard from my source, this will only impact people in higher tiers. I would imagine Plat, Diamond, and Masters. Gold and below, you should be fine. There's also been a lot of talk about whether or not Ranked will have rank decay, meaning that if you don't play it for a certain amount of time, you naturally will just lose points. There's been no confirmation or any hints that that is actually going to be a feature they add into the game. We'll really just have to wait until the patch notes to see if that is a unique feature they add in for Season 13. But speaking of that source, they did let me know some additional information, especially in regards to a brand new ranked tier that will be coming to Apex Legends. Of course, I always like to make sure that my information is fairly correct, so I asked for some evidence, and they let me know that the EA Creator Spotlight would be on someone named Shaka. By the way, I may have mispronounced that, I apologize. But that would be the next one that would be announced on the EA Creator Spotlight, and I went ahead and shared that information with someone who leaks in that one data mining guy, saying, hey, if this ends up coming true, that means that there is a new ranked tier. Well, lo and behold, a few days after I told the data miners the information that I had gotten, Apex Legends announced their Creator Spotlight, and it was indeed on someone named Shaka. After I actually went ahead and broke the news, Garretleaks let me know some information he found in the files in regards to a badge that he had found for an unranked tier. So it's pretty evident that not only is this in the data mine files, but there is also, in addition to that, the internal leaks from people who are able to correctly tell me who the next spotlight is going to be on, and you wouldn't be able to do that unless you had a pretty good idea of the inner workings of Respawn. And the reason why they're actually adding this new ranked is since Season 12 had a big increase in players, ranked is being reworked to accommodate the influx of those new players, which would potentially mean a new ranked added at lower levels to help players get into ranked. This would help alleviate the problem of gold players getting ranked reset into bronze and griefing players that are just starting out the game. I'm sure there will be other regulations such as account age time, so people don't just create smurfs and hop into it to grief other players in this unranked lobby, but there will be its own badge, and it is something going forward into Season 13 that we've never had before. But to add even more on top of that, originally the Nemesis was planned to release in Season 13. However, at the last minute, for whatever reason, Respawn has decided to not release this as the Season 13 weapon. In fact, there will not be a weapon according to this in Season 13. The reasoning why it was pulled was not given to me, but I would imagine that it has something to do with balancing issues. This would also explain why in a launch trailer for Season 13, we saw the weapon rack, and on the right hand side was the Havoc, and on the left hand side was also something that looked very similar to the Havoc, but also shared some similarities with the Nemesis model. Maybe the animation team having to do a last minute change made a little bit of a mistake. It's impossible to know what this was actually supposed to be, but the fact that it was pulled out at the last minute makes me think that this could be a possibility. Also, there's a very good chance that the second split is going to be on World's Edge for ranked, and the first one is going, as we know, on Storm Point because it has the map changes. So if you were looking forward to playing Kings Canyon, you sadist, or on Olympus for ranked next season, don't count on that. And also, as I always say, though there is a ton of evidence pointing to all of this being 100% accurate, Respawn, just like with the Nemesis, can decide to change their plans at the last moment. So until Respawn shows us in the game, nothing is 100% confirmed. Let me know down below what you guys think about a whole new tier actually being added for Apex Legends at the bottom rung. And until next time, Legends, keep slaying in the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.